Hello everyone, welcome to Linux Automations, and we are actually talking about the Docker CLI series, so different options under Docker. And in the same one, the first one which we are going to talk about is Docker images. So we're going to talk about how do we pull the images, and also we talk about how do you search our Docker images directly from the CLI, and also we'll see that how do you do it through um, web console, and also we'll talk about how do we remove the images, and we'll talk about how do you view the Docker image information and things like that. So firstly, we are going to we need to have a installation of Docker in our machine, so that which we have already taken care in our previous video. So let me log into the server, and here is the server, and I would like to check it out my Docker status, systemctl status Docker, which let me know whether my Docker is running or not. Yes, it is running. Or else you can also check it out by using ps-ef and grep for Docker. So that also gives you some information so that your Docker is running. So once you have your Docker running, so you have a Docker --help, which gives you a lot of options, and we are in a series of talking about each and every option and what it does. And in the same line, we're going to talk about Docker images. So the first one and the very fundamental one which we need to talk about your Docker is the Docker images. So the Docker the Docker basic funda is going to work on images. So the Docker containers are going to run based on the images which you have, and image is mandatory, and it is your responsibility to build up your images and all. So building up and creating the images we'll talk in the next video probably. So but right now we're just going to handle, so how do you deal with existing images and how do you consume them, um, so the existing images in your local Docker environment. So here the Docker images is trying to show you some information, and it is just showing the header information, whereas it doesn't have any images and it cannot able to show anything. So in order to get some images, so we are going to use Docker pull command. The Docker pull is going to help us in pulling the images. Or before to that, so rather than pulling, so we can search it. So we can search the images of Docker by using Docker search. And whatever the image you want to search for, let's say CentOS. I want to search for CentOS, and you can just give Docker search CentOS. It is trying to show you that so what all the images are available in the name of CentOS. Now here it is showing the index, so that it is coming from docker.io web. So whoever is the wherever it is coming from, it is docker.io, and after that the name of the image is showing as docker.io/CentOS. So if it is showing only docker.io.CentOS or docker.io, so then we can consider that image as official image. So rather than that, if it is trying to show some other information or in between like this, so that means it belongs to some other user. So it is not the official one. It is the image created by some other user, and you can just use it. So those are public, all those are public, and you can use it. And here are the list of images, and I think by default it will show you the top 25 images by default, and if you want more you can get it out. But you can see here earlier it doesn't show this official tag, but now it is showing, like you can consider this as official image. Okay, so this one. So either of the way, so you can search by using official OK here, or else you can just come here and do or you can do check, like if there is no username in between docker.io and CentOS, so then you can just go and consider that, or you can just consider that particular image as the official image. Okay, so likewise the same way, if I just go for Ubuntu, and if I search for Ubuntu, so here I get Ubuntu images and the docker.io/Ubuntu. So this is the official image. So whereas there are also some other official images, like Ubuntu Upstart and NeuroDebian and Ubuntu Debootstrap. Okay, so you have a couple of images, so which are from official. Okay, so that's how you can consider the images. Now, or you can search the images. So now let's say if I want to search from my username, so I can search with my username or the username you are looking for. Let's say you can take pivotal data, and this guy is the username, and you want to search for all the images which he has, you can just give that the username, and it gives you all the images where he has created in his account or which are available in his account. So likewise, I have my own account. I'm just trying to give so here, and it is trying to show me all the images which I have. Okay, so that's how you can search the images. And once you search the image and you feel like which image you want to pull it up, you can just go ahead and pull it up. Now let's say if I just want to give Docker pull, and how do I give the pull the images docker.io, and I want CentOS image, I'll just go and give CentOS. And if you just go and give Docker pull, it is trying to download something from the docker.io website, and it is pulling. And docker.io is also alias to hub.docker.com, and we will see that particular one here. So here it is, hub.docker.com, or Docker Hub we call it as, so which is the default registry. So registry is the place where we keep all the images, and here is the one, the default one is hub.docker.com. And now they have actually renamed that, and is also not renamed exactly, so they're transforming into a paid version. You can also go for store.docker.com. Okay, so either of the way, so you can go to any of these particular websites and you can search for the images. And if you come here and put like CentOS, so this is the web interface, and it is showing this one. And the same way, you can just go and give rkaluru, so it is going to give me all the images which are in my username. Okay, so from the web interface you can do that, and also from command line interface also you can take care of that. So let's say if I just go for Hubot, and if I just go to Hubot, and if I want to pull that particular image, so there itself they will provide you some option. I think I have not provided any readme information, and hence it cannot show me anything. So let me go here and give slash Hubot. So and so it is taking only Hubot option, not all. And let me go and log into that particular one. Let me log into my repository. So it's free of cost, you can create your own if you want. And anyhow, so with that we see that in the upcoming images, building up the images section, so in a more in-depth way. So but right now I have these images, and if I want to use this any of these particular image, so what I can just go and give is open that particular image, and on the right side they'll provide you the information, like how do you provide that information, how do you pull that particular image. Okay, and every image is going to have a tag. Tags are really important, so because the name is going to be the same, and every time, so there could be some enhancements of the images could come, so some fixes like patches of the OS related things, or patches of the application or database, whatever you are running inside your container, so it might need some patching too. So in that case, so if you want to pull a particular one, let's take this, forget about this, and let's go for CentOS. Let's go for CentOS. And CentOS, if you just go for tags, so CentOS, if you go for CentOS, so you have different so tags available in CentOS. So you have CentOS 6, CentOS 7, 6 also particular versions like CentOS 6.6, 6.7, like that. So if you want a particular image, you can get it out by using the tags. Okay, so tags are really important for an image, and by default there is a latest tag which is going to use all the time. So the latest tag is mapped to CentOS 7 and also 7. So there are two labels available. So CentOS 7 or 7, which are latest, it pulls the CentOS 7 image. Or if you give CentOS 6 and 6, you're going to get CentOS 6 image. Now previously I have used Docker pull Docker.io CentOS. So I didn't provided any tag. So by default it is using the default tag which is latest. Or in case if I just want to use particular one, so like so the tag is 6, and it is going to pull the 6 tag actually, because they have provided 6 is also a tag for CentOS 6 operating system. And now it is trying to just try to pull that particular image. Okay, so if you want to check it out what are the images which you have, so you can go ahead and use Docker images, and it is going to show you. So these are the one. So the repository name is same both here and here. The repository name is same, and whereas only that the tag is changing. So whenever you're launching a container using a particular image, so if you have if you I mean if you have the image with multiple tags, you need to provide with particular tags so that there won't be any to avoid any confusions you have. So this is how you can pull your images, and you can search your images, and you can list out your images. So whereas the next one is how do you remove your images. So it's very simple. RMI, remove an image, and you just give this one. It is going to get confused, or not confusing, actually it is trying to remove the latest one. Okay, so now if I just go and give docker RMI again, it is telling you that, so the latest is not there. But if I just go and give docker images, it is going to show you that image is still there. Okay, but with a different tag, which is 6 number. And if you want to get that particular tag, you just give that, and it removes the tag. So this is how you can pull some images, and you can you know um, and you can search the images, and how can you remove the image. So to conclude, we have talked about three options majorly today. So one is docker images, so which is to list out your images. And the second one is docker search, which is to search the images over the command line from hub.docker.com. And let's say if if you want to remove an image, and we can go ahead and so remove by using RMI. But I forget to explain you one more thing, so which is how do you pull the images from custom registry. So if you have some custom registries, and how can you pull that. So I have one of the custom registry, and if I would like to pull that information from that particular registry, and how would I do that. So I am using a registry software which is Sonatype Nexus. And if I want, so this also, in companies you might be having your own registries. You might not go for using the hub.docker.com, so because those are public. And if your business demands if it is a public, that's fine, you can just go ahead and use it. But whereas in case if you need any so private registry, so if you want to use it for your company's internal projects, so then you can go ahead and create some registries. And I'll provide you the URL, like how do you create these particular registries in the um, uh, in the information section in the video. So you can please go through that. So now I have one image over here, and if I want to pull this particular image, so I have one image which is a CentOS image. So here is what my image information, and if I want to pull this particular image, I can just go ahead and pull this image. So here I have so the registry name I have given for that particular repository is, so which is a demo registry. And whereas this particular registry IP address is going to let me tell you this way. So here the registry no so the repository name is myCentOS, and the tag is latest tag, and the registry name is the name of the server, and the name of the server is Sonatype Nexus. Let me show you. Ping Sonatype Sonatype hyphen Nexus, and you can see that it is trying to reach to one of the server. And I can just go and give docker pull, and here is the Sonatype Nexus, and it is running on 9001 port. So and hence I'm giving the port, and what is my image name is myCentOS. So it is going to be myCentOS, so colon colon latest. So we have the latest one. So you can see that it is trying to pull the image, and you can have the customized docker customized CentOS image, and we can use it wherever you want. Okay, so that's how you can pull the images also from so custom registries. So we had talked about, so by default it always tries to connect to hub.docker.com, which is the default registry for your docker, and it always tries to reach there. So we've seen how do you search, and over the command line and web interface, and how do you pull the images, and how do you remove the images, and finally we talked about how do you pull the images from our custom registry. So whereas how do you push the images, we'll talk it in a later session. And so far so we are trying to cover only this much in this particular video. So hope you have enjoyed the video. So please subscribe to the channel if you have enjoyed the video, and if you can also go ahead and like and comment if you have would like to comment out anything, so for any improvements. Okay, and thank you very much, and see you in the next video.